Hey Alexa, rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, let's play. 3, 2, 1, rock.
Alright, hey everyone, Tim Schofield here from QBKing77.com, here to review the Amazon Echo, the Bluetooth speaker made by Amazon. Actually, they're trying to expand their mobile technology line, I guess. And anyways, it's not only a Bluetooth speaker, but it also connects to your Wi-Fi network as well to pull songs, music from Amazon Prime, etc. I'll get to that in just a second. You'll see it also comes with a remote as well that you can control it, so if you don't want to use hands-free, you can use a remote. And also, it does not have a battery. So you'll see I have a power cable right here, and it just kind of connects to the wall. So essentially it's kind of made to stay inside. They're not saying, hey, go to the beach, take this with, obviously, because you don't have power adapters there. But it's pretty portable, as you can see. It's got some weight to it, though. I can do some bicep curls with it, but I mean, it's fairly light, fairly portable. I mean, once you unplug it, it has no power, so it's not going to work. Once you plug it back in, you'll have to wait a little bit of time for it to power back up. Now, taking a look at the design, as you can see, it says Amazon right here. It has 360-degree sound, which is great. I love that in a Bluetooth speaker, since it's not one directional. It's going to go in all directions if you set it in the center of a room, etc. Very simple, very cylindrical. You'll see you have the power cable down at the bottom, and then up at the top, actually, you have a couple buttons. You have a mute button, mute the microphone button, so it doesn't actually activate at all when you're saying certain words or anything if you want to mute it. And then an action button right here, which will activate it as well. Also, you have a volume control up at the top that you can actually spin. So I'm actually spinning the top of it right here, and you'll see the volume control is measured by this white light, this white LED ring up at the top. And as I turn it up, it goes all the way up, or I can turn it down. There's 3 ways to change the volume, actually. You can activate it. So if I press this button, which I said did activate it, volume 6. There you go. Change the volume to level 6. You can also change it via the remote here, which I'll get to in just a sec, a little more in depth. And then, of course, you can turn it like I showed earlier. Now, there's 3 ways to activate the speaker for your hands-free controls, whether you're changing a song, changing the volume, asking it a question. I'll talk about that in just a second. The 3 ways, like I said, this button up at the top, that's the action button. It has a key trigger word in your voice as well, and then your remote has a microphone built in, and it also has a button that you can press. Now, the trigger word, you have 2 choices. You can't customize it. You can either say Alexa or Amazon. And what's great about it is it does a really good job at sensing it. Now, the trigger word that I'm using right now is Alexa, and you'll notice that it doesn't trigger it at all because it knows I'm talking in a sentence. But if I was silent for just a little bit and I wanted to activate it, Alexa, what's the weather like outside?
Right now in Champaign it's 17 degrees with cloudy skies.
There you go.
Today's forecast has snow flurries with a high of 21 and a low of 6.
Okay, so as you can see, when I said it within conversation, it did recognize it, which is good for me. I know a lot of you guys aren't going to have this issue. My sister's name is actually Alexa, so you'll see it doesn't recognize it when I say it there because I'm talking in a sentence, which is great. It's a little awkward for me, but like I said, you can change it from Alexa to Amazon. Now let's go ahead and talk about the remote for the Amazon Echo. It does come right with it. It comes with 2 AAA batteries as well to power it, so it comes with that as well, in case you were wondering. It also comes with 2 pieces. I'll talk about that in just a second. Now, the first one being the remote, of course. You have controls all up at the top. You have a microphone there if you don't want hands-free. You have volume up and down, skip, left, back and forward, and then play, pause as well. So pretty sturdy, pretty comfortable in your hand. And then also this other piece right here, actually, which acts as a remote holder. So it comes with an adhesive, which I don't have on it right now. It's just a sticker pretty much, and you can stick it anywhere, whether you want it to be on a nightstand or a desk or something like that. If somewhere you can stick it, and then it acts as a holder for your remote, and it's magnetic. So you'll see here, boom. Very magnetic, very strong as well, so you know when you set it down it's not really going to go anywhere. So that's the whole point of this little piece. Now, for the purpose of this video, the rest of the time I'm going to be using this remote just because I don't want to say Alexa every single time I want to talk to it, so I'm going to press this and use the mic. Now let's go ahead and talk about sound quality, one of the main things that I look for in a Bluetooth speaker. One of them being, of course, where you can pull your music from. Now you have a bunch of different sources. You have Prime Music. If you have a Prime account, that's kind of a stipulation. You need to have a Prime account. You can upload songs to an Amazon account. I believe it only takes 200 though. So after that you have to pay for more storage. You have iHeartRadio. You have TuneIn as well. I think Pandora's coming very soon. iTunes Control as well is going to come soon. Now I want to go ahead and do a test song for you guys. I'm going to turn it down, and then I'm also going to turn it all the way up, so be careful if you're in a quiet environment, you got headphones on, you might want to I'm going to turn it up with the remote so you'll see the light indicate. Alright, so time to do a quick sound check. I have it connected via Bluetooth to my LG G3 right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this song, Club Thump by Gunnar Olsen, for a little while. I'm going to start with the volume low and I'm going to increase it all the way. And I'm also recording this audio using this mic right here. So I'm going to put the mic a little bit further away so it's not blasting straight into the microphone. So let's go ahead and test it out. Alright, so as you can hear, it actually gets pretty loud. So if those of you wondering if it gets loud enough, it definitely fills up a room, it fills up a kitchen, it fills up a living room. It gets very loud, so I would definitely say sound quality is good as well. Basses are pretty low, and even when it's all the way up, the sound quality is still pretty clear. Now, the Amazon Echo is a little bit more conversational when it comes to voice feedback, such as Google Now or Siri. It's probably more on the Siri side with, if you ask it a question, it can kind of come back with something as opposed to just information. So, how are you?
Great. Ready to help.
And also, as you saw in the beginning of the video, rock, paper, scissors, or tell me a joke.
A steak pun is a rare medium well done.
There you go. But not only can it do conversational things, it can do useful things, of course. It has a companion app, which I'll talk about towards the end of the video, which you can kind of customize certain things, and it will actually give you lists that you make within just your voice commands, and it'll throw it onto your phone. So, for example, if I said, what is on my shopping list?
You have one item on your shopping list. Bread and bananas.
Okay, apparently bread and bananas are one item. Maybe I didn't separate it with a comma or something like that. And there's also something you'd say like, what's on my to-do list?
You have 3 to-dos. Walk the dogs at 6 p.m. Search for Bluetooth. Dinner reservations.
Okay, so I just kind of set those up previously. I mean, you could just say, hey, add this to my to-do list, and then you can ask her again. And like I said, it'll show up in your companion app as well. Now, I just kind of want to show you some functions that it has. I'm just going to ask it some quick questions, and you guys can check it out. Wikipedia, Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States, serving from March 1861 until his assassination in April 1865.
What is the capital of France?
France's capital city is Paris.
Who won the Blackhawks game?
On February 24th, Chicago Blackhawks beat Florida Panthers 3-2 in overtime. And they will play this Friday at 7:30 p.m. at home against Edmonton Oilers.
That's one I pretty much use all the time. It's kind of nice. It says if they won and then when their next game is as well. Set an alarm for 6 p.m.
Alarm set for 6 o'clock this evening.
That's one I use a lot often too. If I'm taking a quick nap or something, it'll set an alarm real quick and then it'll just kind of go off for me. And then if you want to actually shut the alarm off, you have to talk to it. I guess you could probably use the remote as well, but I find myself when I say something like, hey, Alexa, stop, then it's going to actually wake me up a little bit more. Okay, but that's enough just examples. When it comes to voice commands, it's just kind of an added bonus to the Bluetooth speaker side of it. In my opinion, honestly, you'll find some things that will just be like, I don't know the answer to that, or something like that. You kind of need to know the right things to ask it to make sure you get the appropriate response. Like I said, Wikipedia, Abraham Lincoln. You need to know that you can actually like go through Wikipedia instead of just saying, hey, who is Abraham Lincoln? I mean, that might work, but in certain examples, you need to know the actually right thing to question. It gives you good examples of the companion app, so let's talk about that now. All right, so I want to go ahead and talk about the companion app with the Amazon Echo. So we're going to load it up. You'll see it's in the Play Store right here, Amazon Echo. I am currently connected via Bluetooth, but I don't think you need to. You need to just be on the Wi-Fi network because the Echo is actually on your Wi-Fi network as well. All right, so right away in your home, it gives you a list of things that you have given voice commands to your Echo. So you'll see, set an alarm for 6 p.m. right here, and it says alarm was set. It lets you know, did it hear you correctly, hit yes or no. That's better for voice recognition to do something like that, or you can remove the card as well. I asked it the Blackhawks score as well. It gave me the score of the game. I asked what the capital of France was there. I mean, it just gives you all this information about, I guess, what it said and what you said as well, and where it got its information from. So that's really nice, actually. I'm going to swipe over, and it gives you a to-do list. I talked about that earlier, just something you can add personally, just typing things, or voice commands. You'll see walk the dog, 6 p.m., certain things. Same with your grocery list. Those are just 2 things you can add to. You have a timer, you have an alarm. Now playing just gives you an idea of what's playing if you command it to play something over Wi-Fi, if you ask it to play a Prime playlist. You could just see, here's the different playlists that you can play. Again, through Prime Music, you need a Prime account, so just kind of keep that in mind. If I back out of this, swipe over, you have Amazon Music right here. So you'll see auto playlist, imported, purchased. Like I said, you can upload songs to Amazon Music. So these are all songs I've actually personally uploaded. And I mean, I just uploaded a few of them. I think you only get 200 for free, like I said. Swiping on over, and then you have iHeartRadio TuneIn as well. Things to try, which is a nice touch because there's so many that you can do with do more with your Echo. Let's just try that. Play custom stations, location-specific info, add music. Like I said, you can use various things from iTunes. When you use Media Player, you just upload it to your Amazon account. Oops, didn't mean to press that. And then let's go back. Like I said, you can voice train. Also, one last thing I want to talk about is when you go into settings, actually, I want to talk about flash briefing. That's kind of a neat feature. You can customize the news that it reads off. So if you're in the morning getting ready and you want to hear NPR News, BBC Radio, and then other various news, you can just say, Alexa, tell me the news.
Here's your flash briefing.
Okay. So it'll say, here's your flash briefing.
BBC News from TuneIn.
And then it's going to go through and just kind of do everything. So I'm going to shut that off. But it'll use whatever you, customize right here and tell you the news. I use it in the morning. It's kind of nice. But anyways, that's pretty much it with the companion app. All right, now I want to give some final thoughts on the Amazon Echo here. Now, like I said, it doesn't have a battery, so you have to plug it in anywhere. It doesn't take long to boot up or anything, so it is portable. It's light, but you can't bring it outside or anything. But if you're looking for a Bluetooth speaker with some solid sound, it does have good sound, as I showed earlier and talked about. It's a pretty solid device, actually. I would say I got it for $100 because I was an early Prime member that got access to it. So if you can get it for $100, I say it's a go. For $200, I think that might be just a little bit steep for it, especially because it does not have a battery inside. But anyways, with the added voice function, it's just kind of an added feature to the Bluetooth speaker itself. I mean, you can just connect your phone to it and play any audio out of it. The microphone works really well. The voice recognition as well works really well, as I talked about earlier. But overall, like I said, I got it for $100, so I would say it's a solid deal for $100 for sure, especially if you're in the market for a Bluetooth speaker and don't mind keeping it inside. I mean, it's something you can take to a hotel room, etc. But if you want to go outside with a Bluetooth speaker, pass on this one because you need an outlet. But anyways, that's it, guys. Hopefully you like my review of the Amazon Echo. If you do, I'll be making a lot more on various mobile technology, mostly Android and other things. So be sure to subscribe to me. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. All links in the description video below. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.